Okay, before you scroll away, I have a question for you. What does love in action look like? What does love in action sound like? All right, now I'll share a story that may change your perspective forever. In Luke chapter 10 verses 25 through 37, we read about the well-known story of the Good Samaritan. One day a man was traveling between Jerusalem and Jericho. That's a popular route. And when he got to a certain place, a group of bandits attacked him, beat him up and stole all his stuff. Then they left him there half dead. Now, luckily a priest happened to be going down that same road. But when he saw the injured man, guess what he did? He walked right past. It's like he didn't even see the man in need. I mean, can you imagine? A man is barely clinging to life, and this priest just keeps walking. Then a Levite came along, another religious person, and he also decided to bypass the injured man. But then something amazing happened. Along came a Samaritan traveler, a guy from Samaria, an area that the Jewish people looked down on. So the people in this story, the priest, the Levite, they were probably thinking, Samaritan. You know, I don't really associate with people from there because they're considered impure and we're supposed to stay away from them, right? But this Samaritan man, he saw the injured person lying on the road and he didn't hesitate. He went up to him, helped him up, put him on his donkey, took him to a nearby inn and took care of him. And the next day, he paid for the man's lodging and made sure he was taken care of until he was completely healed. So this story teaches us some powerful lessons about love in action. And to get the most out of it, I've got 3 points for you. Number 1, compassion goes beyond convenience. Look at the Samaritan in this story. He didn't say, "Oh, I'm on my way somewhere important, so I don't have time to stop and help." He didn't wait for the perfect timing. No, he took action right then and there. This tells us that genuine love isn't just a feeling you have. It's something you do, right? You don't just feel sorry for someone and let it end there. True love moves you into action. It makes you get involved and help others. Think about it this way. Imagine you're in a classroom and you hear a student struggling while everyone else is doing their homework. You're like, "Hey, I can help that person. I can walk over there and lend a hand." That's compassion. But if you're busy typing away on your phone, ignoring what's happening, that's not compassion. No. Acting with compassion means taking action even if it interrupts what you're doing. It means stopping for a moment and helping someone who needs it. And this applies to every aspect of your life. When you see someone in need, instead of making excuses like, "I'm too busy," it's time to step up, show compassion, and offer your support. Remember, sometimes the most loving thing you can do is simply extend a helping hand. Number 2, love breaks barriers. Here's the thing. The people who didn't help the man in the story, the priest and the Levite, they probably thought they were better than the guy who got robbed. Why? Well, because they were religious. They kept the rules and they followed the laws. But the Samaritan man, he didn't think like that. He didn't let his religious beliefs stop him from showing kindness to someone different from him. And you know what's really cool? This story shows us that we should be like that Samaritan. We shouldn't let differences like race, religion, or background get in the way of showing love and kindness to others. You see, in the Bible, God tells us to treat everyone the same, no matter what they believe in or where they come from. This is a good reminder for us because sometimes we tend to judge others based on these differences, right? We might think, "Well, I'm a Christian and you're Muslim, so we can't really be friends." Or, "You're from the city, I'm from the country, so we're just too different." But the truth is, God wants us to break down these barriers and build bridges of love and understanding. The story of the Good Samaritan is like a roadmap for us. It shows us that when we face differences, instead of building walls, we should build friendships. Instead of focusing on the differences, we should focus on the things we have in common, our shared humanity, our need for kindness, and our desire for friendship. Remember, just like the Samaritan man, we should be ready to welcome anyone who needs our help. Number 3, true faith is shown in action. Now in the story, the priest and the Levite, they knew their religious duties. They knew they should help the injured man. But instead of taking action, they just kept walking. And this reminds us that having religious beliefs or titles or positions does not mean much if we don't put them into practice. Now you might be thinking, "But I'm just a normal person. I'm not a priest or a Levite. Well, that's exactly the point. God doesn't expect us to perform extraordinary acts. He calls us to live extraordinary lives. And this is something we can do. When we take time to notice people around us, whether it's a classmate who seems sad or a neighbor who needs help with groceries, we're already on the right path. True faith isn't just about believing in God. It's about putting our beliefs into action and treating others with kindness and respect. And you might be thinking, okay, but what if I don't know what to do? Well, remember, sometimes the smallest actions can make the biggest difference. A friendly hello, a listening ear, or a helping hand can mean the world to someone in need. So when you see someone who needs help, don't just walk by. Stop. Ask how you can help and be a part of the solution. Now, this story teaches us that loving others isn't just a one-time thing. It's a way of life. So how can we apply these lessons to our daily lives? How can we be good Samaritans in our own communities? Well, let me encourage you to look around you. Are there people in your class who might be feeling left out or down? A family member who needs a listening ear? A stranger who needs a smile? These are the moments when you can step forward and become a beacon of love and support. It might seem like small gestures, but trust me, they can have a profound impact. You see, being a good Samaritan isn't about grand gestures. It's about the everyday choices we make to show compassion and kindness. It's about being there for someone who needs it the most. So as you go about your day, remember the words of Jesus. Go and do likewise. Don't just think about helping others. Put it into action. Show them love and kindness. Be the difference maker in someone's life. Listen, we are all called to be good Samaritans, not just religious people or special individuals. Each one of us has the ability to show compassion and make a positive impact in the world. It's not about where we come from or what we believe in. It's about the actions we take. When we choose to be loving and helpful, that's when we truly reflect the heart of Christ. So as you continue your journey with Jesus, may the story of the Good Samaritan inspire you to love in action. Let it remind you that every small act of kindness counts, and let it motivate you to be a beacon of hope and healing in a world that desperately needs it. Now I've got a question for you. Who do you feel called to help today? Maybe it's someone in your class, your neighborhood, or even a stranger you meet on the street. Share your thoughts in the comments. And remember, you have the power to make a difference. So go out into the world and be a good Samaritan. And hey, if this message resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Share this video with a friend, a family member, or anyone who needs to hear this message of love in action. Together, let's spread kindness and compassion to those around us. Well, thanks for joining me today. If you found inspiration in this message, hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss out on new videos. Feel free to share your thoughts and comments below. And remember, keep shining brightly. See you next time.